we're seeing more and more tour players being able to hit the ball 300 yards plus without giving up much accuracy. How are they doing that? How are they hitting the ball so far and it still goes straight? Today I'm going to give you 4 non-negotiables on how to get the driver going farther without giving up accuracy. Here's non-negotiable number 1. When we address the golf ball, I want you to notice the white alignment stick next to my left foot inside of the heel. When we set up to the golf ball, our head, our physical head, needs to be behind the golf ball. I want you to think about an airplane taking off of a tarmac, going into the sky, right? When we set up to it, our head has to be behind the golf ball. You'll feel maybe 60% of the weight on the back foot, and then our shoulders have a tilt towards the sky. So after we get this position at address where our head is behind the ball, as we take the backswing, here's non-negotiable number 2. This has to happen to be able to bring the club not only from the inside, but hitting up. With irons, we're hitting down. With driver, we're hitting up. So I'll set up at address, my head's behind the golf ball, and then as I take my backswing, I want you to concentrate on this left shoulder. Here's non-negotiable number 2. This left shoulder needs to get behind the ball, and you should feel loaded into this trail side. Watch this again with me. This left shoulder needs to get behind the golf ball. We're getting loaded into this trail side where I see most amateurs mess this up. So if you see yourself doing this, is at the top of the backswing, they're leaning towards the target, their weight's on their left side, and that's just a recipe for a disaster when we're hitting driver. So top of the backswing, we're going to get loaded into that trail side. You can see that right hip's going back and behind me, and most of my weight is on my right side. So now, after we take the backswing, we're feeling that load into that trail side. Here's non-negotiable number 3. What I want you to notice is I set an alignment stick up with the pool noodle, and I've got the golf ball just below that tip. Now, once we get to the top of the backswing, right, my head's behind the ball at address. I'm loading into that trail side. I feel majority of the weight into that right side. In the downswing, the club has to travel from the inside into the golf ball. We cannot take a downswing coming over the top and hitting down into the driver. When I see most amateurs do this during lessons, it's usually a slice or a big hook. So let's go through the steps again. Our head is behind the golf ball. I'm loading into that trail side. Majority of my weight is on my back side. That left shoulder is behind the golf ball. And then in the downswing, the club is going to travel from the inside. The club is not going to travel across and farther away from me, hitting down into the ball. Non-negotiable number 4 is coming into the golf ball. Our head has to stay back. What I see all too many times is that in the downswing, we start to get towards the target, the head gets even or in front of the ball, and then now we're hitting down on the ball again. So non-negotiable number 4 is our head has to stay back coming into impact. So let's walk through the steps one last time. At address, our head is behind the golf ball. As we take the club back in the backswing, that left shoulder gets loaded behind the golf ball, loading into that trail side. In the downswing, the club's coming from the inside into the golf ball, and at impact, our head is a little bit farther back than it started, and what you'll notice is now the shoulders have a little bit more tilt to them. So here's Rory McIlroy with this driver. You'll notice his head is behind the golf ball at address. As he's getting to the top of the backswing, he's loading that left shoulder behind the ball into the trail side. Here he goes in his downswing. His head's getting farther behind the golf ball into impact. That was great, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I've got a ton more videos coming your way to help you get better at golf. Take care.